What's up with everybody out there, man? Hope everybody's blessed on this playoff day with the Nuggets. We gotta get a win tonight, man. We gotta close this gap, man. They put two games straight on us, you know. Nuggets have to, you know, capitalize tonight being at home. We can't allow them. I'll say it like this: if Phoenix wins tonight, this series is gonna be it's pretty much over. But the Nugs win, we have a big shot to end this series next game. They just have to be on, man. They have to come and play, and they have to shut down Booker and you know what I'm saying, Durant, because them dudes was killing us last game. There was no answer for Booker, and that's what it is. So I'm waiting on the game. That's why I'm even doing this. I'm kind of bored. I'm going to do a Nugget stream with the homie. It's going to be on the homie Who Rides channel. But let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about this. I've been seeing a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, starting to fill in on Broncos country and what the new look's going to be. And let me tell you like this, bro. We have, with Broncos country, we have a guru head coach. Talking about a genius when it comes to turning offenses and building. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in perspective, when Sean Payton took over the Saints, they won 3 games the year before. The very next year, he takes the Saints to a title game and then Super Bowl champions 2 years after that. And look what he was working with when he started coaching the Saints. Nobody wanted to play for the Saints because the Saints were one of them franchises that were just a laughing stock of the league. Now, we can say this, Broncos country over the since Peyton Manning has declined very, very much. And a lot of people would say that Broncos country, you know what I'm saying, is the laughing stock of the league as we speak. But the difference between the aspect of that Saints team and the difference between Broncos country, which what we have now, is Broncos country actually has a foundation that they already had put into place. So Sean Payton is coming into an aspect where the opportunity is great. He comes to, and I don't care what people say, Russell Wilson, when he plays and he plays his game, he will overtake the aspect of a game. Like, people are going off of his last year, and last year was terrible. It was very, very terrible. But there's so many scenarios and situations why Russell Wilson foul off, and that was one of the worst seasons Russell Wilson ever had. You got to put in everything perspective. You got to put every act of perspective of why Russ was the way he was. The offensive line was the biggest aspect of Broncos country. And the thing about it is, when you're getting 8 sacks a game from almost every team and it's constant pressure, no quarterback in the league will ever amount to success that way. That's not going to be a problem this year. They boosted up the offensive line, and it's going to be tremendously better, way better than it was last year. We seen, once Russ started feeling comfortable at the end of the season, I was at the games. He was doing what he did. He put in the footwork, and they made it work with Jerry Jeudy. That's another thing I want to talk about. Jerry Jeudy, I'm so glad Jerry Jeudy finally is going to get an opportunity to come back and do what we drafted him for, the first-round draft pick. Now, it's good to see this because I want to see the regime that we have that haven't had an opportunity to really go out there and display to the league because of different situations. I want them to be together because this has been the team that everybody's been, making out to be a joke, and everybody's been hating on and kind of just doing us dirty. I want them to be the team that's on the field this year, 2023, and when it's turned around, I want them to be able to say, we hit rock bottom, but now we're here. We're making the league shut up. We're making everybody stop talking about what happened in the past. This is now. Let's see what we got to say. Kareem Jackson's coming back. That's another individual, man. I know some Bronco fans was talking about why do we keep bringing him back? Because regardless of how old he is, he brings that veteran attitude. He got that attitude, the log splitter, man. Kareem Jackson on that defense just puts it into place with that attitude. Like he's gonna crack ahead, bro. We want to see. We know the defense is gonna be set up for success, people. We had pieces all across the board. The defense last year, if you want to break it down, the defense actually was holding this into many games. The defense looked spectacular up to like 9 games in the season. And what happens? The defense started getting tired, bro. They started getting tired because the offense was not going to put up any points, and they got tired of it, bro. And I don't blame the D, because it's like you put all that heart in, you put all that work in, and you don't get no act right from the offense. But it's funny how these dummies in the AFC West think Sean Payton is an upgrade. But see that you already know, Bronco fanatic. It's just it's the people that do not want to give the credit. They do not want to put anything that has to do in a good sense with Broncos country. So they're always going to, hey, you can't deny, you know what I'm saying? As Bronco fans, we can't deny the aspect what he did for a franchise that was failing, bro. He put the Saints in a position to win every single year. They was fighting for the playoffs every single year that he was over there. Like 3-4 years ago, he's one game away going to the Super Bowl. And if it wasn't for a pass interference, he probably would have took them dudes back to the Super Bowl. You can't deny that. Like, they can hate all they want. They can be biased. The AFC rivals could be biased all they want. But in this division now, we actually got a coach that can compete against the best. I don't believe in Josh McDaniels. I don't believe in the Chargers coach. We have 2 coaches that are going to compete. We have a coach to compete with Andy Reid, bro. We got a coach. The pedigree is success and always has been success. They can throw a blind eye because they know they want to throw a blind eye because it's just hate. But you can't. There's facts. You can't go against the facts. As a Chief, I'm happy for our guys at the mini camp. We got so many rookies and youth. Our team is getting young and getting better in the offseason. Good day to be a Chiefs fan. It's all good, Jordan. You just have your squad ready for this season because your coach ain't going against no more bums. There's no more bums with Broncos country. We have a Super Bowl winning coach. We got a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and I don't care about you talking about the decline. Because when you got a mentor like Sean Payton, Russell Wilson will cook. When you get Tim Patrick back on that field, you get the run game. You get Javonte Williams. You get Jerry Jeudy. We don't absolutely know what's all the ways going with Courtland Sutton. But I would love to see that whole regimen because everybody's been shitting on that regime. And it's time to make everybody respect it again. It's time to get back to that competitive way Broncos country has always been. You know what I'm saying? We've been a franchise in history to do it over and over and over, and we got to get back to that aspect. It's no more being a kick toy of the AFC West. We can't do it no more. Broncos country arise. Broncos country get excited. The fan base, we were there last year when, you know what I'm saying, we were terrible. And I know this year, when it start getting turned around, it's going to be the energy in the city is going to be live, and everybody get ready for that aspect, man. Sean Payton is a huge upgrade. Hackett was a rookie. Man, come on. Everybody that's trying to make that comparison does not know football or just is all the way over the top with their hating, bro. Hackett wasn't a coach. I'm sorry to say, Hackett wasn't a coach. I gave the man all my patience. I gave him understanding, and I thought his energy would bring it to the team. But Hackett was not a coach before he came to the Broncos. We're not talking about that with Sean Payton, so there's no comparison. Sean Payton's won a Super Bowl. Hackett, I don't even know if he's been to a Super Bowl with the Packers before he came to the Broncos. There's no success in Hackett's resume. There's success in Sean Payton's resume. Consistent going to the playoffs. Now he got a quarterback besides last year, consistent going to the playoffs, Super Bowl champion quarterback in his resume, Russell Wilson. And now Russell Wilson's going to have an upgrade on the offensive line. He's going to have a run game. He's going to have wide receivers. He's going to have a defense that's locked down. You cannot stop that. I don't care what any team. That's a formula for winning. I don't care what I said last year. I knew what we were going up against. But that team to this team, we have all the right pieces, Broncos country. We have every single right piece that's in the mark. Everything you ask in a football team, you have it. You have a coach that understands football as a guru. You have a coach that understands how to build an offense, not neglect the offense, and it started from the trenches. And what did Sean Payton do? He started building the offensive line that was the crutch for Broncos country. He already had a defense. The defense is stout. So when you put them formulas together, how can you throw a blind eye to even the haters? You can't stop that shit, bro. You can't stop it. I don't care what team you are. When you have offense and defense, and the formula on offense and defense can be great, you're going to go to title games and you're going to get to championships. And you have two of the positions that we need the most. A coach that understands what it takes to win a championship because he won a Super Bowl. You have a quarterback that's won a Super Bowl. They both know. And when you have them into play and everything around them is good, the foundation will fall into place. And Broncos country, we're coming to take the throne back. I'm telling everybody here. I'm just watching this Nugget series, but I am hyped, bro. My coach came in. He said, we're not going to give no distractions to the media. We're not giving distractions to the media to badmouth the Broncos country. Because when we keeping this foundation under and we keep it as a brotherhood and not expose our hand, it's gonna show. He didn't let the media overtake what they were doing. He was not giving too much to the media. F the media. We don't care about the media. We don't care about them distractions. You guys can go cry all you want about Broncos country not showing their hands. That's what he was supposed to do as a brand new coach, because this is what it is. We have to tee in on what Broncos country doing in the foundation. Forget all the distractions. He shut that shit down. AFC West coaching, Reed, Sean Payton, Brandon. Yeah, I mean, come on, bro. Look there's only two legitimate coaches in this division now. The AFC West, you got Sean Payton and Andy Reid. You know what I'm saying? And Andy Reid, he's a good coach. He's just coming off a Super Bowl. All due respect, but now he got to coach he has to coach against. We're going to see who's the real guru when they play. We got a coach that knows how to, you know what I'm saying, build a formula around people's weaknesses. Sean Payton. Sean Payton's the dude. He will deliver a championship to Denver by the time he left. I said it before. I said it with Peyton Manning. When everybody told me I was wrong, everybody said Peyton Manning's not the truth. Everybody tried to tell me Peyton Manning won't win a Super Bowl. I told the whole crowd. I said, by the end of Peyton Manning's career, he will go off in the sunset with another championship. And what happened, bro? That's just reality. When we talking about reality of football, the reality is we got a coach that knows how to win a Super Bowl. He has it in his resume. We have a quarterback that's won a Super Bowl in his resume. And that's the truth. You can't stop that. And it ain't nothing what you could do. I don't care what formula, what person you put in there. You're not stopping it. So you could get everybody says stop talking about the past. We're talking about the present now. We're talking about what's going on now. We're talking about the formula they're putting in place now. Big Seb gets high for the Broncos respect. Yeah, bro, I have to. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not doing, ain't nobody else doing it but real Bronco fans. Is this a vid for last season? I saw this already. Yeah, you saw it, man. You can deny it all you want, LA Original, but until you win a championship, you don't have no right to talk about anybody doing anything like win a playoff game. You know what I'm saying? We saw this last year, but it's not the same scenario, homie. It's not. You really understand. You really understand as a smart, educated football, bro. You have a coach with the Broncos that builds formulas. He took the short food from the Chargers, Drew Brees, and he build him into a Hall of Fame quarterback. These dudes were they won 3 games previous till he came in and he had them a winning record the very next season and then went and won at the Super Bowl. You can't stop that, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who it is, bro. Like, you guys are put on notice. You heard what you heard because of the simple fact is I got to keep it raw. But the fact of the matter, they had every scenario going against them last year. They had a first-year coach that he was never a coach. Let's talk about it. He was never a coach in his whole time frame of being in the league. He was an offensive coordinator. He never, ever had the experience of a coach. That's not Sean Payton. Sean Payton's done it for years. Sean Payton pedigree is championships. Sean Payton pedigree is going to the playoffs consistently, turning a franchise that was a joke around, and he turned it into being a successful franchise, bro. You can't deny that aspect. Let me see. We see the Chargers get hyped. I mean, that's the truth. You know, did Drew Brees come back? Drew Brees was a midget, fam. Drew Brees, they went, and it's the same exact scenario. History repeats itself, my homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking about a franchise that the fans used to put paper bags over their head because their records were terrible. That franchise was a joke. He went over there the year he goes to the Saints. Them fools are competing. The second year, they're Super Bowl champions. So who is the coach that coaches the Chargers, bro? His pedigree is not there, bro. Josh McDaniels definitely don't know. Nobody is going to believe in Josh McDaniels because of his resume has been devastating and disaster to franchise. You know what I'm saying? Like, comeback player of the year, LA was only 4 months ago. You have to put everything into perspective. You got to put everything into perspective. You cannot blame every aspect on Russell Wilson. You have to put in perspective the offensive line of the Denver Broncos they were in the top of the last in the league of offensive line, bro. They were giving up 8 sacks a game. You're not going to win games like that. You won't win games like that, but that's not the case this year. They rebuilt it, the whole offensive line. They got big boys over there. You know what I'm saying? Another perspective, bro, is you brought a coach that has the ability to change stuff. That his aspect just coming in the building changes the culture. The culture got from under us in Broncos country, but you have a coach that changes culture. The culture left. That's not no more, bro. That's not no more. So every Bronco fan, just get ready for the ride. When we say let's ride, that's what we're really going to be talking about. Let's ride. We going to get it together. Because this is the fact of the matter, bro. You could say whatever you want. The history, since we've been in the NFL and we've been a franchise, Broncos country will not stay down like other franchises, bro. That's not what we do. We are bouncing back. We got the pedigree to start winning, and it's time to win. You know what I'm saying? I have short memory. I love the center. We got the draft. That's another aspect. We got fools that are pancaking fools off that line. We got fools that are pancaking fools off that line. Big boys. We don't have to worry about a breakdown in the offensive line and letting all this pressure. Russell Wilson will have protection this year. It's a whole different scenario. And when you give a quarterback like Russell Wilson, I don't care if he had a drop off, he will do what he does because he's an intelligent player, bro. You know what I'm saying? When it boils down to it, Russell Wilson's work ethic and his mental of the game, he knows what it takes. You think one aspect of 1 year just tells what's going to go on? Like, he had a rough year. We can't deny it. But this is a new year. This is a new year, and it's a whole different face over here. It's a whole different aspect of face. Like, it's not going to be the same Broncos. Like the white chick from Adam Sandler's movie, I Go to Sleep, I Forget the Day Before. I thought He banned it. Let's ride. I love the safety we got, boy. Yeah, and that's another thing, man. Like the way that Sean Payton drafted, bro. Man, this there's some players that you can plug in right away, man, to be impact players, and it's such a good feel to know that, bro. Like we already had a stout defense, man. We already had a stout defense that was the face of the team. Now put all that together, homie, and the new blood that's out to build. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a good aspect, bro, for Broncos country. I always said like this, till now, honestly, put in perspective. How many games did Broncos country only lose by a possession? If you put any kind of points up, you win them games. It's not like we got blown out of every single game last year, bro. We lost by possessions. We lost by field goals. We lost off of mistakes that we did to ourselves. There's almost 8 games I could recall that Broncos country shot theirself in the foot because of fumbles at inside the 5, because at the goal line we fumble, because our field goal kicker doesn't put up 3. You win. You put up the 3 points. We win that game. You put the ball in a couple of them games and you don't fumble at the goal line, you win them games because the defense was stopping everything that came their way. Now, you can't go off of the second half of the season because the defense actually gave up. There was no more hope for the defense. The defense just gave up, bro, because there was no act right from the offense at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? Love the safety we got from Boyd State. Oh no, Sev went full Raider. We ain't worried about, the thing about it is, bro, we're not worried about the division. I'm not worried about the aspect of the division. Like, I know my coach knows how to compete. I know my coach, Sean Payton, because he's already went on air saying, we don't care about the Raiders. We're not going to give them their props. It's not kumbaya. He already went on air saying, we ain't going for the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. That's our enemies, man. Why would we kumbaya with them dudes? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a fool that comes to tell you who he is. He comes to tell you, like, this is what it is. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, arise. Like, he's not gonna come here to try to be peaceful, and that's what I love about him, bro. That's what you build to be in a true Bronco. Like, yeah, homie, forget all the kumbaya. Nobody in this division scaring. I've been in real games. I've been to championships. I know what it takes. I know the road to get to a championship. So let's get this together. Let's arise and make this stuff happen, bro. Let's come to do what we have to do. That's why when he came in, I knew the disciplinary act was going to be there. I knew discipline was going to be there. There was no discipline from Hackett. Hackett acted like a groupie. Hackett acted like a Russell Wilson fan. Hackett was he got all Twitter pated because of Russell Wilson. Sean Payton said, nah, none of that's happening. I'm not going to get Twitter paid because of Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's going to have to earn. He's going to have to earn his keep. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? And the aspect, this is what it is, man. You get some success going, Sean Payton going to be here for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Sean Payton's going to be here for a long time. And the division's going to have to deal with that shit. The division's going to have to deal with that shit. The top-headed fools that are right now, Andy Reid, you got another coach that knows how to coach in this division now. You got another coach that knows how to coach in this division. You ain't coaching against bums no more. You ain't coaching against all bums no more. You ain't coaching against coaches that don't have pedigrees. You know what I'm saying? That don't know how to coach. You got a coach that knows how to coach. You got a coach that knows how to put game plans to win a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? It's a different story, man. My boy Joseph, Broncos lost 9 games by 1. 9 games by 1. See, haters can hate. Biased people can hate. You lost 9 games by 1. You lost 9 games by a field goal. You put field goals up. 1 field goal in any of them games, you win the game. And we will be talking about a whole different story. We would be talking about how great the defense was. But that gets outshined because of the simple fact, the Broncos, the record, you know what I'm saying? That's what people look at. Just not in basketball or baseball. Was cracking LA. Big Dog is on early. Let's go. Oh yeah, nah, I'm doing a little live, and then I'm gonna the homie's gonna do it on his channel, but I'll put the link in there, man, for you could tap in. Let's go, Nugs. Um, let's get it done tonight, man. Forget what everybody's talking about. It's us versus the universe. That's how it goes. It's us versus the universe, man. I am not. I'm gonna let the Bronx put in the action. I'm gonna let the Bronx back their own self up, but getting Tim Patrick back on that field. And I know a lot of people, who's Tim Patrick? You gonna know. You gonna find out who Tim Patrick is. Jerry Jeudy, you gonna find out what his capability is, because now you got a coach that knows how to get the ball to Jerry Jeudy. Tackett, he didn't write up plays like that. He didn't even know how to utilize his players. But you got Sean Payton that knows what he has in the team. You have Sean Payton now that got a run game plus wide receivers plus the defense, just built an offensive line, got a quarterback, Super Bowl winning quarterback. You can't deny it. You can't deny it, because we could say, Seven, you said this the last 5-6 years ago. The last 5-6 years ago, you've been saying this for a long time. Now let me tell you, I'm always going to hold Broncos country on the back, but going into every season in the last, since Peyton Manning came, we always had a big hole, different holes on the team that kept us back. And even me knowing this, I still hold it with pride, because that's my duty. I'm never going to break because fools say, oh, you guys are going to be last in the division. No, I'm going to ride till the wheels fall off. That's something that you got to know about Savage, bro. There's no breaking week. I'm going to always feel like Broncos country's on top, and we have a shot to aim with anybody, because it's the blue and orange in me. Broncos country almighty. Now, this year, there's not really a hole. There's not really a hole, because we had a good squad last year, but the coaching, that was the hole. Now we have a coach that knows how to deliver, bro. And you have to understand that. You have to understand that, man. When you have two sides of the ball that are delivering, a well-balanced squad, offense and defense, you're going to win games. Yeah, it's definitely not a win is a win, a loss is a loss. But my whole thing, my point that I'm telling you is, our defense kept us in every single game. Broncos country shot their self in the foot in a lot of them games, LA Original. They're the ones the reason why they lost them games. They're the reason, not because teams were just doing us dirty like that. They shot themselves in the foot. If you don't make them mistakes, you win the games. That's why that point's so valid. Broncos country destroyed their self last year, not teams destroying their self, not teams destroying Broncos country. Broncos country destroyed their self in games. Chicken nuggets getting burned by the Suns. Nah, Stanley McDaniels are still bums, and Andy Reid and Sean Payton are the only. Yeah, nobody is really looking at the coaches of these other teams, bro, and really thinking that they're going to win Super Bowls. And even the Charger fans and even Raider fans, the real ones that got logic, they don't feel like they're going to win championships with the regime that they have as coaches. And that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? They can say, even the homie on here, he's looking forward past Stanley, bro, to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, as not being a knowledgeable football fan, you understand there's not going to be a championship with the coach of the Chargers. You understand that. You have a foundation with Herbert, but he going to trick that off. You need to get that boy out the building. I don't even know why he came back. When you lose in a postseason game and you're up 27-0, there's no reason to bring a coach back to that, bro. That's trash when you bring a coach that did that. You bring a coach that did that. He's the one that had the game plan going. He's supposed to be the leader. In any other franchise, they probably would have been out of there. Adios. Bye. But it's the Chargers, man. So he's not proven. Josh McDaniels has been a bum trying to be a coach for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't worried about that aspect, man. There's only 2 coaches in this division that's proven. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality. What up, Awesome in Sports? How you doing? No excuse this year though. Toughest division, AFC West for sure. Yeah, and that's the truth, man. There's never an aspect of an excuse because, like the homie said, a win, a loss is you can lose by 1 point and it's still a loss. We just got to create. We got to correct what we do on that field. We got to be worried about discipline on our behalf, and we gonna win. We gonna start accumulating wins, and I can now honestly see that aspect. Yes, the AFC West is gonna be a monster of a division, definitely. But when it comes down to it, bro, Broncos country had a hole, bro, and that was the coaching aspect, bro. The coaches that we had in the past, they were terrible. They were terrible for what we had, bro. Like these coaches could have put a foundation together, but it was the coaches. Vance Joseph, come on, bro. Vic Fangio, they don't really know what they were doing. Hackett, don't even know what they were really doing. They were trying to put a Band-Aid and think that you can, because John Elway, he had it in his mind to build that defense and carry the aspect. That's not the case no more. We actually have a coach that understands football. We actually have a coach that understands the formula of winning, that knows how to build foundations, and that's what it is. Gators gonna be fourth again. Amen to that. They need to be fourth. They need to just be at the bottom of the barrier because I'm hearing the overhype already, man. I'm hearing the overhype of Raider fans thinking they have a shot, thinking that they got this aspect of a team. They just lost. I don't care what you say, man. They lost somebody that was a part of the success that they did have, and they let him go. And I hope for the sake of everybody that hates the Raiders, Derek Carr balls out for the Saints. I hope Derek Carr goes over there and balls out for the Saints. Chargers can't fire Stanley because they're too cheap. There will still have to pay him, plus play another coach. Now, who's your defensive coordinator? Vance Joseph, though, but I don't care what the aspect is, bro. In his resume, he's been successful at times as a defensive coordinator. That's where his specialty. His specialty's not coach, though. That's my point. He tried to be a coach. It was never going to work. Hackett was never going to work. I tried to be patient with Hackett, but the fact of the matter is that he didn't know what he was doing, bro. It was his first year. When you don't know the play clock, yeah. Hold on real quick. Sorry, y'all. Carr winning for sure. Yeah. I feel the aspect he really will. He will make them eat their words and just kind of, they're like, his heart was out. His heart was not with the Raiders no more either. That's why he stopped kind of balling out for them dudes. But since he's been, in the league for the Raiders, man, they kind of had a little bit of hype and they try to build the aspect around him, bro. It's just the Raiders have a curse. They're cursed. They have a curse. They sued the freaking NFL, man. You think you gonna get any good action towards you after you sue the NFL, man? They probably won't, and that's the sad part because real Raider fans, they have to understand that. They probably won't ever see the Raiders win a Super Bowl just because of the fact of the matter. They went against the Gray and they sued them. That's their bad. That's their mistake. Carr winning for sure. Do a community post later on YouTube when you're watching the game and posting the link so I can. Yeah, you already know. Mile high salute to the rider. I got you, my homie. Let's go. Doesn't matter. LA was a rookie defensive coordinator, and we still had a top 10 defense. Jimmy G is going to be injured again. That's another aspect too. Jimmy G, injury prone. Jimmy G, he choked in the Super Bowl. But yeah, man, I just wanted to get on here, bro. I've been watching a lot. I'm gonna let the team speak for themselves, but I've been watching and staying up on everything I'm hearing, man, and I'm loving what I'm hearing. Like, I love a coach that knows disciplinary, and I love a coach that understands. You got to have a structure, bro. Like, we heard on a show, and it was Patrick Surtain, and he was talking about Sean Payton, and he was talking about how Sean Payton, as soon as he came in the door, people just automatically, the mental aspect went into winning championships. Like, they're thinking it's time to correct this aspect and get back to that championship caliber. And that's why I love his mindset, because he's going to have these boys structured. He's going to have these boys fundamentally structured. They're going to be playing solid football. And when you have that fundamental aspect, you're going to do great things, man. You're going to do great things. Like, it's not that this is to these youngsters, man, to these rooks. This is the time you show who you are. Come play for a team that's about to turn all pages in the culture. Raiders fans are delusional. They know deep down they ain't shit. All the shit they talking is just cover up. Yeah, and that's what it is, man. My fellow Bronco fans, bro. We gonna stay tuned. We gonna stay tapping in, man. All high salute to the riders. Like, I'm amped, man. I'm amped, bro. Like, because it means a lot, homie. Because the simple fact is, bro, is when we had the 2015 season, after we lost and we started losing key players and pieces, this is why, to my Bronco brethrens and family, you guys just gotta stay patient and stay humble, because we've seen the ultimate fall off the edge with Broncos country, man. Everybody that's still rocking, everybody that's still there, you gonna deserve, when it turns around and the winning ways come back, you guys is gonna be the ones that deserve that shit, bro. Not none of these fools that just broke weak. You guys gonna be the ones that deserve it, man. We gonna rock. We gonna rock, because it's been I joined the YouTube family when the Broncos started being the aspect of being bad, bro. And it's been some miserable years on here, paying dues, paying bets, paying crows, and now the future looking bright. And we gonna be able to tell the league, you kiss the rings, you bow down to the AFC West Kings, almighty Broncos country. You know what it is, man. Mr. Glass and G is going to be broken up by week 6. And that schedule coming out, the schedule's supposed to be coming out, I think, here soon. Who's what is what. I'll be at a lot of games this year, man. I came across my boys that, you know what I'm saying, that pretty much got season tickets. I'll be at the games. I'm going to Vegas for the Raider and Bronco game. I'll be out there. We're already putting plans into motion. We're going to paint the stadium orange, and then I'm going to go on another couple more trip games, road games, and at the house. What's the old man and the little boy got to say about the Broncos? I really ain't tapped into their channels, bro, after, like, just hearing all the pessimistic and then switching up and, being two-faced. I kind of just let that go. But they're always going to be pessimistic, and they're the ones that it's not for. It's not for them. When the Broncos put it together, bro, they're going to have to eat all them words, and they're going to be looking stupid. But we already know how people's tunes change, because when it does put a formula on there and they start winning, they're going to act like they were the biggest Bronco fans all along. And the real ones know who they are, and the real ones, they will always be on their fool's helmets like, you don't deserve that aspect. What's the old man and little boy got to say? Them fools, they hopped on that Payton Manny bandwagon. What can you say, man? When you come in with a bandwagon, and you come in on the bandwagon, you're going to have, your mindset's always going to be messed up. You ain't even know half of the things you say. You don't going to realize that half of the things you say is fraudulent and fairy tale. The NFL schedule comes out May 11th. All right, let's go, man. We gonna do a aspect where we count down the W's to losses, man. I believe that the Broncos, they will change a big portion of what the record is, man. We ain't no more below 500 seasons, bro. But that was right last year, though. What was LA? What was right? Oh man, I'm kind of under the weather, man. I caught like a seasonal allergy attack. But they was right. I mean, see, this is the thing, LA Original. When this is the thing about them dudes, man. They have a way that they think that stuff should be operated, right? When they don't get their way, they badmouth. You know, they badmouth what they don't like. So if something don't go their way, they're gonna badmouth it, and it makes it. It's just like little girls that basically throw tantrums, bro. It was everybody was right about last year, homie. When you break it down and you go into Bronco communities, they were not the only ones that were right. A lot of Bronco fans didn't have faith in the aspect, bro. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that really watches Bronco football, everybody knew there was holes in the team, bro. And to be honest, you can't be wrong when the team is terrible. Like it's not hard being wrong about the Broncos last year. Like it was, you could see it coming. So it's not impressive. You know what I'm saying? It's not impressive. Nah, and I'm not taking it, bro. You got to understand, I'm under the weather, homie. I'm trying to talk with my nose. It's all stuffy, but you know, the thing about it is, bro, it's not hard to be right when the team is in a struggle, man. That's just the 100% truth. Hold on real quick. My dogs are going crazy. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I don't know why you always tripping, bro. Hey, go over there. No. My bad, my bad. See, it's all good, bro. We just seen what happens this year. I just want to make it harder for the punk ass Chiefs. You know, another thing is too, bro, is when they were not right, they had a big problem with saying they were wrong. You know, when somebody proved them wrong, when somebody proved them wrong on the team, then they said that it was basically a breakdown with other teams. Like when Justin Simmons, you know, he's clutching down, bro, and he picks off, you know, game winning interceptions. They said that it was on the quarterback, bro. They just never give their dues, like, you know, and it's because they don't like certain players. They want to see them fail. You know, I never met fans that wanted to see the players on your team fail, bro. Like that's just not a good look. Like I could never understand that. I can't fathom that. Like I don't care who's on the squad as long as he's putting success. I'm gonna ride with it. Like I'm not gonna turn my back on that player just because I don't like him. Um, you know, and that's the thing, man. But you know, we got 5:23 and then the Nuggets start. I'm gonna actually start a live here in a couple minutes for the Nuggets. You know what it is, man. Mile high salute to all the riders. Um, Go Broncos. It's about to be a live season, man. We're gonna turn some stuff around. And that's what it is. That's all I gotta say, man. You know, Mile high salute to everybody here. Tune into the Nuggets game. Tune into the Nugs. We're gonna see if the Nuggets can pull it off at home. I hate Staley, but he's my coach, but he could figure it out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you riding with him regardless. You know what I'm saying? You riding with that fool regardless, bro, because he's on your squad. There's players on the squad, bro, that these fools just want to see fail, bro. You know what I'm saying? They want to see the squad fail, bro. And it's just that's when you have to start really saying you're phantom suspect, bro, because you got to ride with what you got, man, and you got to ride till the wheels fall out. Till they're off the team, we ain't riding, man. Let's go, Rada. Let's go, Nugs. Let's get this together tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? We taking it home tonight, man. It's definitely. Let's get this W, bro, and get into this last aspect because it will be great, man. It will be great for the city. It will be great for the state. You know what I'm saying? If we can go far, man. But you know what it is. Ride. I'm gonna holler at you here in like the next couple minutes after I get off this live, and we'll set that up. See what you want to do. I'm gonna make a link for the live stream. We're gonna get it going, bro. Honestly. But all right, Riders. I'm gonna tap out. Y'all have a good day. You know what it is. Let's go.